I'm not going to zoom this in. Hopefully you can see this and you can hear my explanation at the same time. I've got a ceiling fan blade off so that I can get up here and work on this. Be careful. My last step is I have to tighten up this knuckle, and I can see the extension pole rod here is attached to this top knuckle, and that should be tight, and I'm moving it around. The son of a gun is loose. And so I've got two attachment nibs right here, just little caps. You got to take those off. Be careful with those. You don't want to drop them into your motor assembly or something. And this canopy is going to come down. This canopy trim. Okay? And, you know, since I'm up here, there's two screws that hold this whole mounting assembly up to the metal ceiling box, and I'm just going to check those screws real quick. That first one was loose a little bit. I don't want to over tighten them, I just want to make sure they're snug, and they are. That one was slightly loose, so I'm glad I did that. Now if you've seen my other ceiling fan videos, what do you suppose is the next step from here that I normally do? Yes, I take the whole thing down. This time, guess what? I'm going to try without taking it down. Here's all the wires. I would have to pull the wires out, you know, like that, and pull them out of the way, you know. But I'm going to try something different if I have enough room. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room or not. Usually, there's more slop of the wire that comes up through the extension rod. But whoever installed this, they cut the wires short. I like to leave them a little bit long, and because they're loose, they're stranded wire, they're thin little wires, and you can kind of leave them up in the box and push them all up. So I can see them. Okay, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to this top knuckle is attached on a little groove. I can't turn it. I have to lift up on it and see it's in a groove. But the set screw is on the side. The set screw is probably on the other side. So I can lift this up and turn this and see this one's loose all the way, so I have to kind of hold on to it. And I'm going to turn it to make sure that I'm not tweaking anything. It's son of a gun. There's the set screw right there. And it could be simple as that. I'm tightening it up onto the rod extension right there. And that's the only thing you have to do. And see, before I would take it down on the ground and do that. So now I got to twist it the same way, and there's a groove in this. A definite groove in the knuckle. And you have to fit it into the other groove. See, right now it's not in, so if I keep turning, it's going to slip right down into place. Here it goes. Clunk. You see there? Right there, that's where it goes. And I can just push these wires back in. I don't have to undo the wires or anything. How slick is that? As long as you can get up there and feel comfortable working off the ladder and all that. I know that's tight, and so I can get my little caps to the threads, the threaded rods. And sometimes these threaded rods might come out with the cap. And then I just try to screw them back in there. I want to make sure they stick out far enough so I can get my caps on there, and then as I do the cap, it'll tighten that entire thing all the way up, okay? I'm going to hold onto that. I can put a little pressure and then kind of hold pressure on it so the cap gets plenty of threads onto the rod before it gets up there, you know what I mean? Okay. Now I'm pulling towards me. That way the threaded rod is not moving while I'm screwing the cap in. That's cool, huh? Now I can feel that it's all the way in, and now it's threading the rest of the rod up there. Kaboom. I'm all nice and tight. Feel that? It's knuckles tight. How quick was that? Now I got to put the ceiling fan blade back up, and we'll be ready to test it out. Yeah, that's what my channel is about. Doing things yourself and saving some money for a change. These things aren't, you don't need to know rocket science in order to fix some of these things. As I always say, if I can do it, an average Joe, you can do it. And I'm not going to show you anything I don't think you can't do. Right? Why should I do that? It would defeat the purpose of wanting you to keep watching my channel other than to see if I screw up. And sometimes I do screw up, and if I do, I'll show it, and I'll explain how I'm going to fix it, and all that. Okay? Now, I've not fixed this ceiling fan before the wobble, so I'm going to turn it on. I did the 4 things on here, and if after that, if it wobbles again, it could be this flywheel. This ceiling fan is at least, I know for a fact, it's at least 8 years old, and so there's only so much you can do to these. Okay, now I've got it turned on high. Let's take a look at this. Wow, that is looking primo. Watch this right here. It's not moving at all. We've done it again by Joe. You see all the things you could be learning by just watching all my videos on my channel. Hey, be a subscriber, and every time I upload one, it's going to come directly to your inbox and you can check it out. Because right now, had you watched the last 4 videos, you would have found out how to fix a wobbly ceiling fan, which we just fixed. You'd have found out how to adjust the fan speed to something that you thought was broken and that you thought had to be replaced, so the ceiling fan had to be thrown away. And you also learned, what else did you learn? You learned how to fix a door that was sagging that now is fixed. And what else did you learn? How to troubleshoot a water leak and how to replace and install an air gap to a dishwasher. All that on my channel for the last 4 videos. What am I going to show next? You never know. Oh, that's right. The last 4 or 5 videos, I also showed how to win this free Ryobi handheld battery operated 18-volt drill and flashlight assembly. Man, look at all the things that are on my channel. You got to keep watching Joe. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.